probably don't even know that I've been engaged before.
Don't ever be a man's first bad bitch.
I've dated a few narcissists. I've also been the narcissist in a relationship.
I'm so glad you just said that.
I don't know what to say. It's feeling like me season right now.
What it do, boo? Welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Deja Denise, and we have Ashley with us today. So we're going to be getting kind of personal today. Y'all know I don't share too much of my business, but I am today. So we're gonna have like a little girl talk. We got some wine. We got some wine. We're talking about narcissistic men. We're talking about dating military men. We're talking about contract marriages. It's a lot going on today. So first things first, let the people know about you, your channel, all that good stuff.
Hey guys, I'm Ash. My channel is Ashlee Ross, ASHLEE ROSS. Not to be confused with Ashlee Simpson Ross when you pull it up.
That's cute.
But you guys just make sure you subscribe to my channel. I do a lot of girl chats, reviews, and story times. So make sure you guys can follow me.
Yes, we love Ash over here. So we're gonna get right into it.
Yeah.
Okay, no holding back.
No.
I'm nervous, y'all, because I do not be talking about. We did another video for her on her channel, so make sure you go see it. It'll be down below. And she got right into it with her personal business, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. Sorry.
So dating a narcissist, kind of. Let's get into it. So I've dated a few narcissists. I've also been the narcissist in a relationship.
I'm so glad you just said that. Because I was sitting here like, no, I done been the toxic one.
I've been the narcissist.
You gave me that.
Okay, how?
Because I just know how Aquarians can be. And they have a very like, it's not sneaky, it's just they have a way about themselves and a way to get what they want.
Yeah, very manipulative.
Right, and I'm a Gemini, so I'm all about it.
Yeah, very manipulative.
Yeah.
I was listening to Signs by Beyonce, like actually on the way to your house. And she was like, run game like an Aquarius, which moved that he been with you.
Y'all got all the game.
And I was like, oh, that used to be me. So let's kind of get into dating the narcissist, and then we can talk about us being a narcissist, because I didn't know you was gonna say that too.
I want to say it, and I want to talk about it on my channel, so let's get into it.
Okay, so dating the men, right?
Yeah.
Kind of, how did that look for you?
A lot of emotional abuse, a lot of not feeling like I was enough, a lot of gaslighting, a lot of like just, they have a way to make you feel guilty, so you never want to leave them because they suck you in and give you those high highs and those low lows. And so you get addicted to those highs and you're always searching for it. So
that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Like the love bombing for me was like,
how do you recognize that?
Okay, because there's a difference between like being nice and genuine and like, oh my god, you look beautiful today, right? And then there's one thing to do it every single second, especially the things that you're insecure about. So they put a little extra bomb to it, right? And so I think, I feel like we know it's not genuine because some people will know like, okay, this isn't genuine. Like, okay, it's a compliment, or okay, he's doing these for me, flowers every day. Like that might not be normal for him. I used to talk about people's like past relationships before getting with them, especially if you're single, because it's like, well, only if you're single, because it's like, why you're not with somebody? Like,
I would ask that too. But my thing is, okay, so are you like, because I've seen girls say, you know, don't tell them that you've been treated poorly in the past. Don't tell them, like, are you that girl? Or are you pretty open?
With Joe, open. Okay.
Joe, you was tired of playing games.
Yeah. I think because I was like, yeah, this is my husband. But so Joe, completely open. I think I would always be open about being engaged. Always about that, because that comes with a different level. You can't just step to me in the old kind of way. Like I've had 2 rings at this point. Oh.
That's interesting because I've been married twice. And I had like somewhat of a shotgun wedding the first time, and then the second time I was with him 10 years. And a lot of guys get really insecure about that. Being married to somebody for 10 years, they think, and then it's my daughter's dad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a whole different thing. Like if I would say like, oh, I think a lot of people that subscribe to me probably don't even know that I've been engaged before. But like I would tell them like, oh yeah, like the first ring that he gave me, hated it. I told him this is the ring that I hated.
Yeah.
And he got me that solitaire. And then 2 weeks later, I got proposed to. Well, maybe like 3 weeks later, I got proposed to with a different ring.
Mm-hmm.
Like the one that I liked and wanted.
Oh wow! So is this the narcissist?
He's the narcissist.
Oh, well, never mind. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but again, perfect example.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just like,
Darren was giving me a lot of that. Now that we can look back, with my relationship currently, we both admitted to each other that we were both the toxic ones. We finally came to a point where, and I don't think a lot of relationships get to this point, because at a point we just were giving up, because we both had those manipulative ways. And we just kept doing it to each other. And then one day we decided, you know what, we're both throwing in the white flag. And, but in the beginning, I think he was love bombing me. And once we discovered what that kind of meant, he was like, yeah, I kind of was.
Yeah.
But I think that's very hard to recognize.
Yeah, I was about to say, especially when you're in it. I don't think I realized that I've been the narcissist in multiple relationships until I got with Joe.
This is the first time that I've admitted it to.
Yeah, like, I've never admitted it before. Like,
no.
I probably have known that I was the problem, and I'm doing a video like this too. Like, it's not him, it's you.
Right, that's good. No, for real. Because in order to heal, you really got to take accountability. Like, okay, what did I do wrong here? Because what I was doing was calling everybody I knew, telling them everything wrong he did. But at some point, it's like, what did you do?
That's really, really good. That's really, really good. So for him, vice versa, or whoever you dated, right? What did being the narcissist look like?
Me being narcissist to him? Just not giving him my all, just kind of breadcrumbing him in terms of, like, he always felt like he was trying to get to this next feat or level with me, and kind of just like stringing him along, kind of not being sure if that's what I wanted. And I don't know, it just came from a lot of abandonment issues and stuff like that I really had to sit down, because for the longest time I said, I don't have daddy issues, you know, I don't care that my dad's not in my life. But therapy, and there are reasons why you do certain things.
Oh, that childhood trauma will sneak up on you. Like, and I love my dad. My dad watches my channel. Like, that's my guy. But, you know, everybody has a past, right? So I would project that onto men. Like, so hard. I felt like I had to be so hard and just rough around the edges and couldn't show any type of submissiveness.
Wow. Me too.
Because I felt like the moment that I give you that part of me, you're going to take advantage of it.
Exactly.
And you're going to run with it.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't do that.
I think a lot of people feel this way, but they don't talk about it.
No.
Or know even what it's called to talk about it.
Yeah, that's really, really good.
That was a good topic, friend.
All right. Okay. So let's get into dating military men.
Do not recommend. Let's get into it.
0 out of 10, don't recommend. Okay, so Ash was in the military. Ash is a vet. Her child's father is in the military.
Yeah.
So you have like a lot of like firsthand experience where I was like, you know, the milso. So, okay, if you don't know what milso is, I'll put it on the screen. But, okay, so the guy that I was engaged, okay, because that's gonna go to the next topic.
Yeah.
So, met this guy online. Because you know, I used to like to online date.
Me too, yeah.
That's how me and my boyfriend met. So met him. I had never seen him before. Like, I was like, oh, familiar face on a Charlotte app? Like, let's get into it. And really, really quickly, it was like, here's what I can do for you. It was very fast. You know, it's so funny. I always hear that like same-sex relationships are moved that fast too. And like, I didn't understand it. I didn't understand it until like I was in a situation like that. And it was all of this, like, I want to marry you, I want you to know why.
Yeah.
Whereas my mom was never married, right?
Okay.
So I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Some type of stability. Like that's what that looked like to me. And I like dating him for stability, but like
But still.
You come with the stability, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I really like him and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, don't recommend. Girl, and mind you, I was in college.
That's crazy.
I was a senior, and so again, okay, this is my next step in life. Here's that stability.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, watching Army Wives, girl, I was doing it all.
I
was doing it all.
I feel
Watching the daily vlogs. This when the daily vlogs was popping.
What, military wives daily vlogs?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
I mean, I was just like, okay, what does this look like? What is being, like I say, a home wife look like? And I wanted to go to grad school, and he was like, no, go to grad school online, move to where I'm stationed.
Oh wow. That's a red flag.
And I always wanted to work in sports, so I was like, I can't work in sports in West Bumfuck. So no, but so I don't recommend it at all. Even just the feelings, like you get your papers, it's too much.
It's a lot.
It's too much. You have to be really strong to, oh, that's a lot. And half of the time it's not even real. Okay, go ahead.
I feel bad for a lot of military wives after being in the military.
Yeah.
Because I was a military brat, but seeing what I saw, especially going overseas, I'm just gonna put a trigger warning right here for anybody that's a military wife and you run across this. You watch at your own risk right now. Them men be so happy to be leaving to go overseas. I was crying at the time because I was freshly married and I was really depressed. And I was looking around and everybody was high-fiving, drinking, happy. Yeah. And I was like, what is going on? Within the first week, people were sleeping together. Yeah. It's like when you're forced to be with these people that are now this is now your family. Yeah. You're supposed to die for these people. Yeah. And you're seeing these people at their best, at their worst. Like, it's a different world. Yep. And it is not okay.
I'm gonna be honest, I was fascinated with base when I first went to base where he was stationed. Mm-hmm. So my mom was a military brat, her whole life until college. Moved around, so she saw it and she was like, is he living in a dorm? And I was like, well, no. That was her first question.
On the bed.
But we'll get into that in a minute. That was her first question, and I was like, well, actually, no, he doesn't, because it's where he's at. They don't have enough soldiers there, so he could live in a house. Mm-hmm. So her first thought was like, oh, he's not going to leave for a contract.
He must have been an E5 or higher.
Yeah, no.
He was married.
So it was like nobody wanted to be there.
Oh, that's interesting. That's different. I was Army.
Yeah, Air Force.
I just don't recommend it. Of course, what I will say is this: don't ever be a man's first bad bitch. And the reason I say that is because they have to have already experienced women in their life. Mm-hmm. I prefer you to be a little slutted out. You can whatever you can do. You can be a little slutted out for me because what I don't need is you to go overseas. You start getting ranked much faster overseas. So they're making E5, E6 within a year. So that's a lot of responsibility. That's a lot of people looking at you all of a sudden. And people risk their careers because they end up messing with the wrong person, someone lower ranking. Yeah, don't be their first bad bitch because they get over there and anything look like something to them.
Yeah, and then too, like the uniform just makes the girls go woo woo. Like
it's crazy.
And it never did for me. I never wanted to date anybody in the military.
Neither.
Never. I was like, so I hope after these 3 years, whatever, you coming back to Charlotte.
Yeah.
Because I ain't doing that. Like, no.
Unless you're dating an officer, and even they are just the worst.
I feel like they're the worst.
They're the worst, but I'm saying in terms of like stability and what you need to do to get on out. What you need to do, we're talking hypergamy. Do that, but not an NCO.
Yeah, I don't recommend it. I remember when I went on base and there were a few guys that, you can just tell that the ladies were by themselves with their kids, and it was just like, I never saw my life like this. This is not how I saw my life, not how it's going to be.
It's corny and it's basic.
I mean, I was like, this is not for your girl.
And it doesn't go for everyone, but more often than not, I've seen a lot of janky stuff going on, and I would not recommend it.
Yeah, I remember one of his friends, the wife was like, he found out the wife was cheating, and I was like, Sheesh.
Yeah, when that first wave of deployment people went out and stuff, a lot of them came back with PTSD and ended up like murking their wives because the wife was out here sleeping with the mailman or whatever.
Yeah.
And another thing that they always say is if the military would have wanted you to have a family, they would have issued you one. I heard that very early on. And you know what? That's no lie. You are spending more time with your coworkers than your family. And PTSD is real, so I don't recommend.
And too, like, just the trauma even on the other side, right? So he would like go to training, and like I couldn't talk to him for days because you can't have your phone. He was near like nukes and stuff, so it was like he definitely can't have his phone. And I'm just like, okay.
I was pregnant with my daughter, and her dad deployed when I was like 3 months pregnant.
Oh gosh.
And he was in a bad area, and I barely got to talk to him. That was so nerve-wracking.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine. So now that we talked about the men in the military, let's talk about marrying the men in the military. So like I kind of like mixed into my story. To me, the proposal, whatever, it wasn't going to be a contract until I'll tell you off camera. And I was like, oh hell yeah.
Oh. What were we talking about? Being a contract marriage?
Yeah. Well, just or even yeah. We talking contract marriage.
Yeah, there's a lot of that, especially with like people in the LGBTQIA. Well, at the time, it was, but now you can be LGBTQIA. So I'm kind of a dinosaur in that way.
Yeah, people have beards.
Yeah.
For if you don't know what a beard is, it's like if you're a gay guy and you marry a woman, or vice versa, or however you identify. So I was like, okay, this is this 4-story house.
Yeah.
2-car garage. I mean, we're in the middle of, when I say nowhere, y'all, like, but I can do this. Like, I can figure this out. I can, if I needed to make this my life, I could. Because I moved around. I went to different elementary school every single year.
Oh, wow.
I moved to different apartments every single year. So the military for me felt like stability.
Yeah.
That's a whole other situation. Like, no. And I always, you know what? He proposed twice. I always knew that I wasn't going to marry him.
Yeah, you just know.
This is also back then when I was scared to say no.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
We're the same
love bombing you right back.
Yeah, we're the same person.
Oh, yeah. I say this all the time that she's my twin flame because
we are the same person. Like,
yeah. So, like, okay, for her dad, like, did you meet in the military? Did y'all meet, like, how did that go?
I guess I preyed on him because he was quiet and I was not myself with him. Like, I acted so different. Like, I just carried that whole relationship so differently. And as soon as we got married, I started acting like a psychopath.
I feel like I did that in a relationship. I was like, I did that. I did that with Joe too.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like, cause I remember, I don't remember who told me this. It might have been my papa or my mom, probably both. But they always said, like, you need to date somebody in every single season. So like spring, fall, winter, broke. Like in every season, that's a year, right? But then also in every season of their life. Like within that year, what does that look like? Because I can be beautiful for 6 months.
I was about to say 6 months.
A year.
I think most people can't carry on a charade longer than 6 months. So.
6 months that was for me. For me, I was like,
yeah. But yeah.
6 months when I was like, okay.
But we moved really quickly. So me and her dad were engaged within 11 months of knowing each other.
Okay, so was that contract for y'all? Was it because like
no?
So okay, yeah.
We was in love, child. We was in love, but yeah, it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible, and I would have to blame a lot of that on deployments. His childhood trauma, my childhood trauma, and then deployments tore us up.
Yeah,
The PTSD, the drinking, the anger. It was a lot, and I just didn't want to raise her in that environment.
Yeah, and that's fair.
Plain and simple.
That's so fair. All right, y'all. That's all of our questions. It's the end of the girl talk. If you like this, let us know in the comments down below. Let us know your favorite part. If you've dated a man in the military, dating a man in the military, married to somebody, you think it's a contract, it is a contract. You date a narcissist, viewed a narcissist, let us know down below.
Yeah.
We would love to like engage in the comments with you. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, girl.
Bye.